In this video, I'm going to talk about decomposition. Now, the definition of decomposition is taking a product apart to analyze how it was manufactured. So you take something apart and think of the steps that was involved in manufacturing. Another term that people use as well is reverse engineering. So you go take a finished product and you go backward steps. So our case study, what I'm thinking is what we're going to look at is the base of our light guide. So I'm going to quickly sketch the whole light guide here, and then we can label the different parts of the light guide. So we're just decomposing the base. So here's our base of the light guide. If you can think back, just before lockdown, we were working on this. So we'll call this the wall. Then we'll call this the top. And in here we'll have a middle floor. And then on the bottom we'll have the base. Okay, so we're going to go through how all these components were separately made, and then we're going to combine them together. So this is what decomposition is about. It's looking at something that's already done, then going backwards in all the steps. So as you can remember, the way that we made the walls, so if you look at orthographic view or a 2D view of the walls, that's the wall from the top, and that's a front-on view of the wall. Then the way we made it is we took two pieces of bendy ply, if you guys can remember. And then we laminated them together. We're using PVA. So we had the two bits of bendy ply like this. And then we had heaps of PVA that we put between them. And then, as you guys can remember, we put it in that form. So, and then clamped the form together. And the form had those curved shapes that will help to keep our walls in shape. And after 24 hours for the PVA glue to dry, after 24 hours, we took him out, and then your walls had that shape, and it kept its shape because the glue dried it in that form that we put it in. Then after that, after the walls, or some people started in the same time, we took a bit of 3mm ply. This is not bendy ply, just normal ply, and then we used that to cut 3 bits out. So we had a template for our first bit, and then we used that to cut 3 bits out of here. Then some of you used the scroll saw, the ones that's on the bench. And some of you used the big bandsaw, and we cut 3 of those curved bits out. Inside of the bandsaw that you don't always see is 2 wheels, and the blade is like a band around them, hence the name bandsaw. So I'll show it with the doors open. So we cut them on the bandsaw, or some of you use the scroll saw. And you had 3 of those little curved bits. Now we've got the walls made, we've got the top, the middle and the bottom made. So we're going to deconstruct it a little bit further, or think of how we put it together. So when we So our next step was to take the two walls. So I'm going to do a little exploded view here. We took the walls and the top and the bottom and we glued that together. So I'll just quickly, the easiest way to show something like this is with an exploded view. So I'll just quickly draw an exploded here. So here's our top, the top plate. Then we'll draw our wall maybe there. And then we'll draw our bottom plate here. Just take a reference line from the top. And our other wall will just be in front of this one. So we PVA'd that one again. And PVA there. And our other wall was just here in the front of it. So at the end we'll have the top and then the two walls glued together. So after this step we took the bandsaw and we cut a bit out there to put our middle bit in there. So that's the deconstruction of the whole base. We'll just go over it again. Just to recap, so deconstruction is taking a product apart to analyze how it was manufactured. So it's the same as reverse engineering. Well, case study this time is our little base. So the top, the middle, the wall and the base. So the walls was made using 2 bits of bendy ply or 4 bits of bendy ply, PVA together, put it in our shape for 24 hours and then we were left with the curved walls. The top, middle and bottom plate was used to either the scroll saw or cutting it on the bandsaw.